Hi, I'm Justin Frugier. Some of you may know me as Anarchy. Today I'm doing a special little video off my channel, for this page, for this group, for you people, the S.S.W fan base, I guess you can call it. And I'm here today to just talk about S.S.W as what is S.S.W. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into that and say the S.S.W, for those who don't know, and if you haven't seen it or read it somewhere, means Scotty Short Films Wrestling. I came upon this backyard group of friends at first, but now brothers, back in 2015. I was at my lowest, and a man by the name of Chris Thibodeau, aka Chris Onyx, introduced me to S.S.W and let me know what it was all about. I really didn't know what I was getting myself into until 2017, when we did our first show in Groves, Texas, called Total Domination. It was my first match. It was my first opportunity to be a part of something that I had no clue would turn into a passion, a hobby, something that really just grabbed me and pulled me, and now we're here at 2022. I remember my first time, even before the match, people were hyping it up. People were letting me know what to watch out for, and they were some of them were even testing if I was even ready for this, if I was ready to take the beatings. And I'll let you know now that what we do, of course everyone knows it's scripted, but what we do, the actions, the physicality, if that's right, is real. No one takes and no one gives a chair shot like I do, and it's amazing. From anywhere from actually hitting each other, from accidentally cutting each other open, things have happened. And going back to my first match, it was with Kobe Rogers, aka the Outlaw, and it was amazing. I enjoyed it. We practiced it, and just then, at that moment, was special to me. But then it just grew between me and some of you know from the old videos, Kyle Stryker, Austin Wright, the Priest, whatever you want to call him. Mitchell is his real name. But we put on a show that really just set it off. And that was back in August Meltdown. I remember my first show. It was Total Domination, July 30th, and then you had August Meltdown. And then Hurricane came, stuff changed, and we moved on. We had to find a new home. For those who don't know, the short film part really grasped me, because I knew out of every backyard fed that's out there, every organization, every group, if you want to call them, has their own thing. Some of them almost are the same. Some of them put on some really good shows. Some of them are hardcore, and then they take it. That's all they do, hardcore. But I really believe in the storytelling. And our writer, I don't know if he wants to be named, I'll just call him Adam, but he's a great writer. And what he has laid out since 2018 of, if I can remember, was it Reawakening? It was Reawakening. I'm trying to figure out the show date. I think it was May. I want to say it was May. If not, it was much earlier. But the show was Reawakening. And a lot of people, when you watch something, you want to know right away what's going on. What I've learned is you sit back and you just, after 10 shows, after the season, from the beginning of the season to the end, it makes sense. It really does. But we did a shot in Port Neches at a friend's house, and we did some awesome things there. And I knew from the start, before we went over there, I wanted S.S.W. to be something special. I wanted it to be better than it ever was before, ever has been. And I know the past as far as season 1 goes, and I thought the guys with what they had was amazing. You know, they had fun. They cut, and then you got into the group we have now. Some of them have left, and then it all started really when we were doing a bit with a group called War Action Wrestling, and I noticed that they were getting their first title belt. Now, we as S.S.W. had one, I believe, back in season 1. I wasn't there, but they had one, and it's, let's just say it's gone. And so they took something out of a junkyard, basically, and made it into, you know, the whole Punisher look. And that's what kicked it off. I said, no. To me, if I'm going to be part of something, I want it to be great. I want it to be amazing. I want it to be better than the other people. I want, not that saying that we are better, but I want it to be better in my mind to make it the best we can make it. And so it took off from there. As far as the title belt, went with one, put some plaques on it, and put what was going to be, we thought at the time, in our logo. And, you know, as far as anyone knows, it's basically the Jackass logo. Then it evolved. The belts evolved. And so we got better at it as far as the titles. We got the Freedom Championship now. We got a brand new S.S.W. Heavyweight Championship. And we're now introducing the YouTube Championship coming this December, which the bout will be between Mike Grizzly and Tyson Sport, or John Rabb. And that's just the beginning. Next season, in season 8, we will have another title called the Gladiator Championship, the S.S.W. Gladiator Championship, and we'll also do an S.S.W. Cup tournament. So what I love about this group, it has no problem with evolving, because when you stay a certain way for so long, it gets stale. No one wants to watch it. They want to see what you do different, what's next. And it's almost where you sit down and think and say, how can we make it different? How can this match, if we're going to do it again, be different than the last? One thing that I take pride in is editing. If those who don't know, I'm the editor of S.S.W. And I have a huge thanks to Adam for showing me the ropes, and from there I took it. And what I wanted to incorporate, and definitely every season I want to try more, is to incorporate the short film part. And that's what I want to make different than any backyard wrestling group there is. And they ask how. To me, a short film is like a movie. Like a short film movie, basically. Basically, that's it. You know, you got people that commentate, and which we'll try to incorporate next season. But I have took it as far as putting music in and making things look like a movie. Would like more cinematic, of course. As you see at the end of the shows lately and some of the promos, you got a character named the Jester. And he has his own thing going on. We don't know what it is yet. But he's, to me, that character is a somatic tool that I will definitely use as far as editing and using as portraying, as far as being a somatic character, being somatic, if I'm even saying that right. But this channel, this group of people, this S.S.W. is a short film wrestling group basis. And the storyline, if you watch, but you know, it's almost like certain songs, especially in the main events, especially in hype videos, promos, build up that somatic experience. Like, man, this is a climactic moment. And I'm trying, and I'm not perfect, but I continue to try to think of ways to make it somatic, to make it a film, to make it different, instead of going out there like some people commentating left, right hooks and all this other stuff. I always thought of S.S.W. as a movie. And one of the biggest seasons to me, not because I was in it, but because of the outlook from looking at it from the outside perspective, was the beatdown. Was first the heel of the Ghoul, and then the beatdown of Anarchy, coming in also the heel of Mark Wilde. Anarchy was squashed, gone for months, into next season, the next year. And then a mysterious figure appears. More than once. July Bash happens. There he is. Who is this man? And this new getup. He's not wearing the Guy Fawkes mask or any of the older things he used to wear. But we find out later it's Anarchy. He won King of the Mountain. He's coming after the Ghoul. This basically a fall and rise, and then a rise and fall for both sides, your heels and your faces. It's a fall and rise for Anarchy. It's a rise and fall for the Ghoul and Mark Wilde. At the end of that it was a very beautiful. Ended it as well, as far as, golly, that happened in 2019. And you're looking at a year, almost actually 2 years of story in one. There's a hype video that I'll put in the link. I'll put a link down in the comments description below. But check it out. It tells a story, a beautiful story of pain, suffering. But then you also have forthright coming back, revenge, and then that climactic heroic moment. It was awesome. And then you have this season, newcomers. What is the deal with Mike Grizzly coming in? Everything has a purpose. Everyone has a purpose and has a job. As far as the wrestlers, I like to take this time to go beyond that and say big thanks to the people on the production side, as far as the ref, Tammy, and those who, when she's sick or she's unavailable, that was someone jumps in. Chris Onyx, Chad LeBlanc, who is over when he can, our music and our announcing, and anyone else that actually comes out and wants to witness this and just kick back, drink whatever, eat whatever, and just have a good time. Thank you so much for helping us and being a part of this family. And that's the thing about this place, about this organization, if you want to call it that, but a group. This isn't any backyard, hey, we'll see you this day, we'll check out, and you never talk to them until that day. This is a check-in on your Facebook Messenger. This is a brotherhood. And what we mean by that, we want to make sure that everyone is taken care of outside the ring, as far as your mental health, your physical health. If you need something, you're there. Your brother's keeper is there. And that's what this group has evolved in. And I think that's what some people from other feds or other groups are attracted to. We make this fun. This isn't for money. This isn't for our glory or anything like that. It's for fun. And it's our hobby. And when you're involved in a hobby, it becomes your passion, and you put a lot into it. So we take what we do seriously, as far as, the passion part, and we want to make this the best we can make it, not for just us, but for those who watch. And as far as evolving goes, the characters have evolved so much. As far as Anarchy, I remember when I started out the character in shorts, t-shoes, a shirt, and the Guy Fawkes mask. That was it. And he evolved since then. I said, how can I make this character better? How can I make this, and not just the character, I was looking, if I make the character better, I'm making SSW better. And that's what I wanted to emphasize as far as the other men on the roster. I wanted to encourage to, in any way possible, up your ante and make something of your character and evolve that character. And I would have to say, from being Anarchy, the Ghoul, from where he was in season 1 to now, from being a heel to now, Mark Weil where he was, Chad's gimmick from being LeBlanc, from switching to Virus. You have the Silverback transforming and going back to some old roots, historic roots, and becoming the Heathen. And even Tyson Sport had his ups and downs. Everyone, if you can evolve, makes things better. But a lot of people don't like change. Change is good. Depends on how you handle it and what you do with it. In this group, as far as, as long as we will go with this, we'll continue to evolve and to continue to present a product, we hope, that is presenting and entertaining for you. And that's what SSW is. It's a brotherhood. It's a brotherhood that's based on wanting to give a short film type of feeling and give you characters that you're invested in, whether you like the heels, whether you like the faces. And, the thing is, we stay true to SSW. When other people come from other groups, we don't acknowledge those groups. Not because we don't care for them or anything, but it messes with the storyline as far as what we are trying to present. They can do whatever they want all day long, and that's fine. But when you come, say your Anarchy comes from another group, you're that character. You are SSW's Anarchy, debuting, and they know you're from other groups, but you don't know where. And if you want to advertise, here's a link. This is where I'm from. But that's the thing. This is SSW because it messes up the storylines as far as what we're trying to present. We don't want to confuse with your storylines and try to, do wrong by your champion or your fellow ally or enemy on that side. Try to make it simple as can be and fun. We've tried so many times with other groups. Some of them worked out and some didn't. But that's the way it goes. But it doesn't mean that in the line in the sand that things happen for a reason. We have actually a couple. Not going to spoil the surprise on who, but there's 2, maybe 3 individuals that will be premiering at the end of this next show, if not next season. So I cannot wait, and I hope that those of you that have been watching enjoy it. For those who live in the Mid-County area, so what? If you're interested, December Dread will be December 3rd, around the 6-7 o'clock time frame. So I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see you all there. I cannot wait to close this next storyline, this chapter to the storyline that we started back in March, I believe it was, with so many new faces and so many old ones, and so many ways that they've also once again transformed their character. So that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much, and continue. If you have any questions, please message us on the SSW Messenger or comment on here on the page if you're interested, or if you just want to come out and watch. Come on, I'll let you know the location and everything. But thank you so much. I cannot wait for more to come. Like I said, there's always a feeling that we're not going to do this forever. But while we are doing it, we got to make it the best we can. And I'll be making sure that there'll be more enhancements for the ring. There'll be more twists and turns, as you will, for the characters. But thank you everyone in SSW for allowing me to be a part of this special group, this brotherhood, and all those years ago that started, and where we are now. So thank you all, SSW, those who are a fan of us, Thank you so much. Apparently there are viewers because we've been hitting 1,000 marks on our YouTube channel and hit 1,000 subscribers recently. So we're very thankful for that. And we want to keep pushing that entertainment. My bad. But we want to keep pushing that entertainment and keep pushing what we can as far as involvement, entertainment, that feeling of a movie. And make no mistake that next year will be more cinematic than ever. That's going to do it for me. I am Justin Frugier, the anarchist. We'll see you next time.